When humans first arrived in North America between 16 and 20,000 years ago, there were a host of animals even more impressive than those of the African Serengeti. An animal much bigger than any land animal alive today. A bear, a cat and a dog larger than any of their living relatives. Let's have a look at some of the animals that were there to greet the first people of America. The giant short-faced bear weighed up to 2,100 pounds or 950 kg. That's 400 pounds heavier than today's largest bear, the polar bear. They were very long-legged compared to modern bears, and it's thought that they'd have run at a much higher top speed. They were omnivores and would have hunted the camels, wild horses and bison of Pleistocene America. Some scientists believe that giant short-faced bears were one of the main reasons it took people so long to progress out of Siberia and colonize the untouched North America. Though it's thought that in the end, their extinction around 12,000 years ago was due to competition from humans coinciding with a changing climate. Their closest living relative is the spectacled bear of South America. Possibly the largest bovine that ever lived was the longhorned bison, weighing up to 4,400 pounds or 2,000 kg. That's the weight of two small cars put together. Their horns span 2 meters or almost 7 feet across, more than twice the width of bison horns today. Or for reference, 2 meters is how tall Michael Jordan and Peter Crouch are. The longhorned bison lived alongside Bison antiquus, the ancestor of the modern-day American bison. It's thought that it used its immense size and horns to bully other grazers and get to the prime grazing spots, and of course, to defend itself from bears, big cats and wolves. Sadly, it went extinct around 13,000 years ago. The American cheetah would have been the fastest predator in the American Serengeti. It's thought that the pronghorn, which is the second fastest animal on land today, evolved to be as quick as it did to evade its main predator, the American cheetah. Despite its name, it was actually more closely related to mountain lions than to the African cheetah. It went extinct roughly 11,000 years ago, probably due to competition from humans and a changing climate. And unfortunately, the same can be said for all the animals we'll look at in this video. It weighed around 155 pounds or 70 kg, about 25 pounds heavier than the average African cheetah. It's not the biggest cat we'll look at though. Columbian mammoths were one of the largest proboscids ever, proboscids being the order that includes mastodons, elephants and mammoths. They stood at up to 13 feet or 4 meters at the shoulder and weighed up to 22,000 pounds or 10 metric tons. Much bigger than the largest living land animal, the African elephant, which weighs up to 14,000 pounds or 6,300 kg. Despite their huge size, Columbian mammoths were hunted by the Clovis people who first ruled North America. Evidence found from DNA testing shows that Columbian mammoths occasionally bred with woolly mammoths where their ranges overlapped. Today's Asian elephant is the closest living relative to both of those species. The dire wolf was a canine which once competed with the other canines of North America, like the red wolf, the coyote and the grey wolf. It's said to have weighed roughly 140 pounds or 65 kg, almost twice the weight of the average American grey wolf, which typically weighs 80 pounds. It wasn't much taller or longer than the grey wolf, but it was stockier and had a much bigger skull, which allowed it to have a greater bite force than any living canine. Another predator, bigger than any of its living relatives, is the American lion. Thought to be the biggest cat that ever lived, it weighed up to 930 pounds or 420 kg. The largest cat today, the Siberian tiger, rarely gets to weights of over 660 pounds. That's nearly 300 pounds less than the American lion. It would have preyed upon camelops, longhorn bison, giant ground sloths and even young mammoths, and competed with dire wolves, smilodon, cave bears, the American hyena and of course all the predators still in America today. But sadly, it met its demise around 13,000 years ago. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. If you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.